Okay, so have you ever gotten a brand new car
Yeah.
and you're just like, how do I keep this thing looking
Yeah.
this good forever?
It's like the worst feeling when you get that first little ding.
Ugh, I know. And it feels
Yeah.
like it's all downhill from there, you know?
Totally.
Well, today we're diving deep into a product that says it can actually help us avoid that
Ooh,
heartbreak.
I like it.
It's a new paint protection film called Vunyx Innoguard from Onyx Coating.
Okay, I've heard of paint protection film, like clear bras and stuff, but
Yeah.
this is different or
Yeah, so it's similar in that it is a film that goes on your car, but it's got a whole
okay.
bunch of new tech that's supposed to make it
Yeah.
really stand out.
So is this like a step up from the usual clear bra then?
Yeah, so like one of the things that really blew my mind when I was reading about this stuff is it claims to be self-healing.
Wait, what? So
It's like you get a little scratch or a chip
Yeah.
and the film actually repairs itself.
Oh, wow, seriously? That's nuts. I mean, how does that even work?
Right.
Is
So,
it like magic or something?
yeah, right. That's what I thought too. But it turns out it's all about the science of
Yeah.
these things called elastomeric polymers.
Elastomeric polymers.
Yeah. And from what I understand, they're kind of like tiny little rubber bands,
Oh.
all packed together in the top coat of the film.
So are you saying they're like constantly stretching and snapping back into place or something?
Exactly. So when you get a little scratch or a swirl, mark these polymers, they can actually flow back together
Wow.
and kind of smooth everything out.
So like if I accidentally scrape my car against a bush or something, those little scratches would just disappear.
Theoretically, yeah.
That's insane. Okay, what about things like rock chips or scratches from like a car wash?
So it's designed to handle those too.
Yeah.
It's really good at dealing with those
Mm.
lighter, superficial kinds of damage.
That's pretty amazing. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've gotten
Right.
annoyed about like little swirl marks from washing my car or whatever.
I know, me too. But there's another thing that always drives me crazy about keeping my car clean. You know, those like
Yeah.
bird droppings and splattered bugs that just seem to bake themselves onto the paint.
Tell me about it, especially in the summer. It's like they're permanently etched there.
I know. So Vunyx Innoguard claims to have this hydrophobic top coat, which basically means it repels water
Yeah.
and other liquids.
So it's like a raincoat for your car.
Pretty much, yeah.
Hmm?
And since dirt and grime usually need moisture to stick,
Okay.
they're less likely to cling to the film in the first place.
So theoretically, you wouldn't have to wash your car as often.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And even when you do, those stubborn stains should come off way easier.
Sign me up. That sounds like a dream come true.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've talked about scratches and stains, but what about the sun? I feel like the paint on my car fades so quickly just from sitting outside.
Oh, yeah. UV damage is a huge problem for car paint. And it's not just about fading this car ray. Those UV rays actually break down the paint structure over time, making it weaker and more prone to cracking and peeling.
So it's kind of like a slow motion sunburn for your car.
Exactly. And the worst part is you might not even notice it happening until it's too late.
So how does Vunyx Innoguard protect against that?
They've got a special layer of UV inhibitors built into the film that blocks a whopping 85% of those harmful rays.
85%. That's got to be like way more than...
It's huge.
Mm.
Most car waxes only offer about 30% protection, so you're talking about almost triple the defense.
Wow. Okay, but now I got to ask the question that's been in the back of my mind this whole time. You know how some older cars, especially those with plastic headlight covers, get all yellowed and cloudy over time?
Oh, yeah.
Does that happen with this film too?
That's a really good question, and it's a common concern with any kind of clear film. But Vunyx Innoguard is specifically designed to resist yellowing. They use these advanced UV inhibitors that prevent the film itself from discoloring. So basically, it stays crystal clear for much longer.
Okay, that's a huge relief because I definitely don't want my car to look like it's got a bad fake tan.
Yeah, nobody wants that.
Okay.
But, all this sounds pretty impressive, but
Right.
it also sounds kind of expensive. So is this really worth the investment?
That's a fair point. And I think that's something everyone has to weigh for themselves.
Yeah.
But think about it this way. Even a small ding or a scratch can lead to rust and corrosion if you don't take care of it.
Right.
And then you're talking about some serious repair costs down the line.
And repainting an entire car, that can get crazy expensive.
Exactly. So Vunyx Innoguard is kind of like an insurance policy for your car's paint. It's an upfront investment that could save you a lot of money and headaches in the long run. And I think that's what Ahmed Mahdi, Onyx Coating sales director, is getting at when he says they want drivers to spend less time worrying about their paint and more time enjoying their vehicles.
That's a good point. I mean, if you're spending all this money on a car, you want to keep it looking good, right?
Exactly. So to wrap things up, Vunyx Innoguard, it's got that self-healing tech for minor scratches, stain resistance to keep things clean, UV protection to fight fading and damage, and that non-yellowing formula to ensure it stays looking fresh.
Yeah, it's like a superhero shield for your car.
It really is. But here's something to think about. If this type of technology can protect our cars, could we see it used on other things in the future, like our phones or furniture or even buildings?
Whoa, that's an interesting thought. Imagine self-healing smartphones that never get scratched.
Right, or outdoor furniture that's immune to the elements.
Yeah,
The possibilities are pretty mind-blowing.
definitely. It makes you wonder what other cool innovations are just around the corner.
Absolutely. Well, that's all the time we have for this deep dive. Thanks for joining us, and let us know what you think about the future of self-healing materials.
Yeah, hit us up on social media or send us an email. We'd love to hear your thoughts.
We'll see you next time.
See ya.
Bye.